Step one of our bunny project is to cut out a template of what your bunny is going to look like. This is the one that is available in the kit, but you could make your own. It just is a sideways bunny. You're going to trace around the template with a pen or a marker. Don't use a washable marker or it'll get all over your hands. So this is what it looks like once it's been traced. Now you want to take note of this ear line here, and you're going to trace it onto your bunny, about like that. Okay, then you want to notice where this line is here, and trace that onto your bunny. Now that you have your bunny all traced out, we're going to get out our sewing machine. Now I've loaded dark brown thread into the sewing machine, and I'm going to go along this line we made in the bunny's ear. I am using a stitch that stitches 3 in a row. If you don't have that on your sewing machine, that's fine. You can just use a regular stitch. Cut that. Then we're going to go down here and do the same thing with this leg line. We're using this line as a guide and not necessarily having to stay right on the line when we sew. We're not sewing the bunny together or anything, we're just making it look like he has a foot. Okay, so when we're done sewing that part, this is what your bunny will look on one side, and this is what it'll look like on the other side. All you'll see are these lines here. Take another piece of brown felt and put it below this. Now we're going to get our sewing machine back out. Now I'm going to machine sew on the line our bunny together. Notice I leave the bottom open. You're going to take your scissors and cut about 1/8 of an inch around your stitch line. This is kind of what it looks like in the front. If you turn it over, you can just see the outline of the bunny. Now we're going to flip the bunny inside out. Using your stuffy stick, push this in and through, and turn your bunny inside out. Use the stuffy stick to smooth out your bunny. This is what your bunny should look like now that it's been flipped inside out. Now we need to make the foam filler. Using the foam filler template, which is a little bit smaller than your regular bunny template, trace around it onto foam using a marker. Now you want to cut out this on the line. Now that your foam filler is cut out, we need to stuff it into our bunny. The best way to do that is to fold the ears down and fold the back across and stuff it into our bunny. Once it's in and in about the right place, we're going to unfold. Pushing the foam into the corners. And then unfold it up into the head. Then use your stuffy stick to help you finish the job. run the stuffy stick along the edges of your seams to get it in the right spot. Now we need to do a bit of hand sewing. We are going to tuck these in like this. Push this down slightly so that we can get it nice and closed like that. Now we need our needle and thread so we can sew that closed. Holding the opening closed, you want to go in and up through that crease and down a little bit and up and through and up and through and up. We're going to continue this all the way across. If you notice, you don't see the stitches from the front of the bunny. You see a little bit on the back. Finish all the way to the end and then double tie in a knot. Our bunny is now ready for his eyes and nose. I've made 2 circles in order to make our eye, and now I'm going to cut out our nose. You take the corner and you just make a curve so that you end up with a quarter of a circle shape. That's our nose. Now we're going to sew together our eye. Starting from the back of the eye to hide your knot, go through the center like this. Now go in the bottom and out the green. In the white, out in the center of the green. Continue this all the way around and then tie it off in the back. I'm going to make the eye a little bit smaller now. Great, now let's attach the nose. Starting from the back of our nose so that we hide the knot, go through. Find the correct placement for your nose, which is right near the tip of it. Go in the brown and out the pink. In the brown and out the pink. You want to continue doing this all the way around till you get back where you started, and then make sure you tie 2 knots to make sure it stays on securely. After you've tied on the knot securely, we're going to do something I call hide the tail. Just push your needle back through to the other side, pull tight, and cut. That way you don't see that tail. Now we're going to put on the eyes. The first thing you need to do when putting on the eye is figure out where it goes. If you look at your template, you can see that it's about halfway between here and here. So it's about in between here and then a little above the nose. So your eye goes right about there. Start by going through the back of the eye. That way we hide the knot. Holding it in place with one thumb, go through the brown and out the white. Notice that we're using pretty much the same stitch for the entire bunny. You're going to continue to go around the eye, putting maybe 5 or 6 stitches in. And then when you get back around to the other end, tie twice so that it may remain secure. After it's been securely tied, hide your tail. Now let's iron our bunny and tie a bow around his neck. Well, there's your bunny. All sewn and ironed, and he even has a little bow around his neck. He's just right for gift giving. Happy Easter!